coming, be careful. Yeah, brother. Right, yeah. Broke lifeline. Oh.
I'm taking shots.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm just better!
Whole squad's down.
Yo, what is going on everyone? It's Ryan's List, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I have got the controller settings in Apex Legends that I think you should be using. Now these are very subjective and very personalized, however if I give you a rough basis as to where to start with these, I feel like that you can go from taking your game from this high level to just the next level. Now I play on PC with the controller, and I've played with the mouse and keyboard a bit, and the movement and that kind of stuff just feels very, very nice. And I felt like I was limited on controller. So I did a bit of research and a bit of deep diving, and I think I've found what is going to bridge the gap between controller players and PC players. And now, this isn't just exclusive to PC, you'll be able to use this on any console. So let's have a look at it. Now the settings I am talking about, they are the advanced look controls. Now, if you go into your settings and then controller, you will see right down the bottom, advanced look controls. Now when you go into it, it'll start off with off, you'll need to turn it on, and then you're just hit with a lot of daunting settings. Now, in this video I'm going to explain a little bit about what the settings do, and how they're going to affect your gameplay, and what you will need to adjust for your particular playstyle. Now myself, I have a brand new SCUF controller, so my dead zones are quite low because I have zero stick drift or anything like that. So these lines here, they're the parameters that are just your normal parameters. For me, I like more of a linear feel, but not too much because it gets a little bit too tweaky. That's what your response curve is. It's what happens on the screen when you move your stick. Do you want it to mimic exactly what it does, or do you want it to be a bit more scaled down? So my response curve is about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way up from the bottom to the bar there. So that's what I like. Target compensation as a controller player, don't turn it off. Your range of motion is limited to your thumbstick, whereas a PC player has their whole arm. Do not turn your target compensation off, leave it on. Per optic settings, we'll get into that at the end of these settings. Now your speed. If you want to go into these settings, use mine as a basis and then tweak from there. This is it. However, your speed, it's not that daunting, these settings. Your speed, you hover over it, you come here, it says your speed, how quickly the view turns left or right. So if you want to turn left and right very quickly, you turn this up. If you like a bit more of a slow and controlled feel, you leave it closer to the margin. However, in Apex, very sporadic game. A lot of things happen very quickly, so you want to be having this relatively high. Now your pitch speed is how quickly the view looks up or down. For me, I like this much lower. And the reason for this is recoil control when you're not ADSing, when you're hip firing. You don't want the gun just going crazy up and then you try and rip it down and then your aim's all over the place. Now is when we get into the technical things. So, turning extra yaw. This is when the stick's at the input at maximum, do you get an acceleration? Now I don't enjoy this. See, it says that's where the standard is. I don't like the fact that if I'm going to look left really hard, it's going to speed it up quickly. I don't like that. I just want like a linear input. So if I'm looking right maximum, it's only that relatively one speed, and it's not going to speed up too much. And that's why I turned the pitch all the way down for turning extra. So if I look up and down, it's not going to randomly speed up on me. As for the ramp up time and delay, I have these just set on normal. I want the ramp up set to normal. I want the delay none. And this is where we get into the good stuff. So my ADS, when I'm ADSing, I like to be able to snap left and right onto different targets. I might be able to half clip one person and get half the clip onto the next person that's just next to them. I want to be able to snap onto them relatively quickly. And that's the same with the pitch speed and the yaw and pitch. I haven't changed too much because I felt like they were good for me. Now you'll have to tweak these. If you go, oh, I don't like how quick I'm looking left to right, you'll turn it down. If you like a highest left to right view, you'll turn this up. And the same for the turning extra. And I didn't really change these. I just thought they were fine, and they didn't need too much tweaking. The tweaking that I did didn't really change it too much, so I just kept it as it is. Now we'll get into the per optic settings. Per optic settings I changed because on mouse and keyboard when I was playing, snipers felt amazing. You had a lot more control and that kind of thing, and it was a lot quicker. When I use a sniper on my controller, it's quite sluggish. So I had to turn those sensitivities up, but I like to keep the 1x to a regular ADS sensitivity. Now, let's give you a first-hand understanding of what this can do. Now, just the general feel, it feels a lot freer. It feels like mouse and keyboard movement. It's not sluggish. It's very, very clean. And I want to get into a little bit of testing with shooting targets. As you can see, this is a stock 9.9. No attachments, nothing. I want you to pay attention to the recoil here. Very, very minimal. If we move over here, we can snap onto targets. It is amazing, especially with the 99. 99 is one of those guns, and the R301 that you can really realize the difference. Especially with just no attachments. See, I have no attachments, one clipping for 200, 192. These settings are amazing. Usually, I would feel like I get a lot of recoil without attachments or something like that, but for me personally, these settings are almost a cheat code. Now, I can imagine, oh, but he's right next to you. No, even with targets at a distance, 200 stacks. I really feel like this is a difference, and this is what is going to bridge the gap between controller. Alright guys, that's enough out of me shooting dummies and that kind of stuff. If you want more of a personalized assistance on your advanced look controls, hit me up on Twitch or Twitter. All the links will be in the description below. I'm always happy to help people out, but I really feel like if you want to take your game to the next level, either it be console or PC with a controller, you need to be starting to look at these advanced look controls and developing what you find the best controls within that to elevate your game. So enough out of me. I'll let you see some real game experiences as to what I've been doing in the last couple of days and some of the highlights that I've achieved given the advanced look controls. And I've really just abused the R99 and it feels like there's no recoil. So I hope you guys enjoy and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Yeah, I'm shooting so fuck me.
Patching myself up. 10 seconds. I'm taking shots. Whole squad down.
Somebody clip that please.
Killed an enemy. Kill leader. Guess I'm the new kill leader.
Care package being.
I'm taking shots.
I'm just better, bro. I'm just fucking better.
Enemy taken out.
Oh
Took out the whole squad.
Lord.
Are people on me? I came through portal there. Oh, I find that you res.
Recharging my shields. The next ring is not close. Frag out. I'm taking shots. Frag out. Throwing thermite grenade.
Placing a portal.
Oh, the A pinged me so hard.
Coming.
He both has a masterpiece. I'm
try and do
fucking.
as much
Oh,
damage
bro,
as you
I
can.
just juked him so hard. He's won. my shit! Holy crap, what are you doing?
Down. Don't worry, I'm here. More.
There's a party.
Reloading.
Easy Bane.
Don't worry, I'm here. Here I am. Reloading.
Nice.
Last squad.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Fuck out of that team, man.
Reloading.
Half is coming from left, right side. There's a bang too. He's like right here, pinged him. Nice.